Boy, I sure do love being a kid. But not as much as I love superheroes. Man, Iron Man is so cool. Maybe I'll use my unfiltered internet access to see what my fellow Marvel fans are posting about on the World Wide Web.
What is up, Christy Room? My name is William Kitten. Yes, that's my real last name. And today we are asking a very important question for the betterment of society. The analysis we conduct here today will change the course of history forever. So is Marvel, like, cringe now, or what? The Marvel Cinematic Universe, as I'm sure you all know, but I'm gonna explain anyway because that's how videos work, is a series of movies starring characters from the Marvel comic books. You know, real iconic pop culture juggernauts like Thanos, Thor, The Incredible Hulk, Paste Pot Pete, The Wall. You get the picture. The MCU has been titanically successful, with a ridiculous 11 films breaking the $1 billion mark at the box office. When Infinity War was coming out, they had a complete monopoly over online movie discourse. I got wrapped up in the hype too, it was huge. You could not walk 2 steps without drowning in memes and self-insert roleplays of these characters. Unfortunately, Marvel made the rookie mistake of having a big final ending movie called Endgame, where everything ended, and then they just kept kind of trying to make movies and found out that no one really cared as much anymore. You could say they low-key fell off, like in this scene from the Avengers when Loki fell off the spaceship. Don't get me wrong, Marvel is still ginormous. Deadpool did really well, Marvel Rivals is popping off thanks in no small part to its excellent voice acting.
I don't listen to music. I punish criminals.
Captain America just got a new movie, and they revealed a new Fantastic Four, which is great because that went so well last time.
We're a team now, and there's 4 of us, so we should come up with a name for it.
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
Say that again?
It's just that now that the hype train has left the station, the internet is being a little less kind to the franchise. According to Google Trends, the Marvel bad sentiment has been steadily increasing. More and more 2-hour video essays titled, "Does Marvel Actually Is Sucks?" are popping up. People are starting to ask if it's now considered cringe to call yourself a Marvel fan. Now obviously, cringe culture is dead, and people are allowed to like what they want to like. Unless it's like famine or Has-Been Hotel. But at some point you need to ask yourself, are you really willing to associate yourself with the same person who made this? Thor, look!
Is that a pregnant test? Carol, are you...
Yes! To help you answer this very personal question, I'm going to take you through the Marvel Cringe iceberg. We're gonna start at the surface level, which is, you know, pretty tame, pretty mild. As we get deeper, we're gonna get a bit cringier. You might go a few times. And at the bottom is, of course, the horrors. If, on the other side, you still call yourself a Marvel fan, then wear that title with pride, my friend, because you have earned it. And if it's too much work to form your own opinion, and you just wanna think what a guy on YouTube told you to think, I will be giving Marvel my own rating on the cringeometer at the end, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, without further ado, Cringers Assemble.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always cringe.
Jingle bells, Doctor Strange spells, the Flash keeps running all day. Iron Man's signature landing is hot, that's just super hot, I can do this all day. Hey! I'm starting to see why the Punisher doesn't listen to music. Rhyming hot with hot and all day with all day is certainly a choice that was made and is a choice.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Also, the Flash is here. I was under the impression that he was a DC character, but he's on the Marvel Avengers Instagram, so I must be mistaken.
What is it called when your crush has a crush on you? Imagination!
This one is so bizarre to me, it's almost artful. If this was like a quirky Spider-Man meme, then I would get it. But these are 2 middle-aged men, one of whom is married with a kid, and the other had a girlfriend in the 1900s, but he got cryogenically frozen for 66 years, so he found her great niece and smooched her instead, which is super weird, by the way. Why are they having this conversation?
Don't touch the Infinity Stone.
Hashtag YOLO. Don't shrink between the atoms. Hashtag YOLO.
Don't get stuck in a single moment. Hashtag YOLO.
Don't make this movie. Hashtag YOLO. Speaking of being frozen in time, Marvelous Pix is clearly stuck in 2012 given the triple #YOLO, which is a crime that would probably get you shot and killed today. Unfortunately, using memes and slang is always a risky business because they date so fast. The movies themselves are not immune to this either.
The real question is, what are those?
Damn.
We are the not fallen forgotten. Huh? Oh wait, now I get it. You're supposed to read it vertically, like this. Here, let's try another. I wish mint if RIP return possible. Okay, I give up.
If you like, I'll hug you.
If you follow, I'll kiss you. If you comment, I'll hug you.
You're all making very compelling offers, but I'll have to pass.
If you skip, I'll kill you.
Does this actually work on people? The traditional advice for getting subscribers and engagement is like, do a call to action, create compelling content, be obnoxious. But this is just straight up a death threat. Hey guys, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Look at all these stats and graphs, isn't that so sad? Anyway, if you don't, I'm gonna murder you.
Marvel is not a series of movies.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe is a series of movies. Ah, well that's pretty embarrassing for me. Stupid.
No heroes, no villains.
Actually, there are quite a lot of Marvel heroes and villains.
It is not BGM, not a journey, not a track. It is a feeling. It is a legacy that will be loved 3,000, watched 3,000, passed 3,000. I love you 3,000 times, and will not be forgotten in the next 3,000 years.
Well, that was incredibly inspiring. That is right up there with the Gettysburg Address, I Have a Dream, It's Morbin Time. For those unaware, I Love You 3000 is a reference to a line from Avengers Endgame.
I love you 3000.
Silence, child, I'm putting you in my cringe compilation.
Also, what does past mean? Hopefully not skipped or we're gonna have a problem here. Anyway, so far so good, right? Nothing too cringe yet? You can do this all day? Good. Let's go one level deeper.
Perfectly
Cringe.
as all things should be.
Sorry I'm late. I was doing stuff.
I'm Steph.
MJ! OMG, no! Pete, your girlfriend is awesome. You get it? They were boinking. That's so funny. You don't think that's funny? Well, maybe you just haven't heard it enough times yet.
Sorry I'm late. I was doing things.
I'm things. Sorry I'm late. I was doing stuff.
I'm Steph.
I am inevitable.
Stuff.
Speaking of inevitability, it seems like every fandom, once it gets big enough, is fated to slowly devolve until it only cares about one thing. I don't know, I think Black Widow could give Cap a run for his money. I mean, if you factor in her background. Talking about Marvel, huh? Well, get this. What if they all had relations of the sexual variety? This guy's onto something.
I have the urge to do something stupid.
I'm stupid, do me.
What?
Did I just say that out loud?
And believe me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Actually, it's the middle. We're in the middle of the iceberg now. Let's talk about Spider-Man. Hey, Spooderman! Fluorine, uranium, carbon, potassium off. What? Peter Benjamin Parker. Sorry, I don't understand. I'm just too stupid. I don't get it. He used all those big science words because he's such a smart science guy, and I'm just a dumb idiot blackhead who doesn't know science words. One of the running jokes in the Marvel fandom is that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is physically incapable of swearing because he is such an innocent small bean cinnamon roll who wouldn't hurt a fly, which is ironic because he's a spider and hurting flies is kind of their whole thing. So we end up with a lot of very funny Spider-Man memes where he's saying things like, what the frick frack tickety tic tac snick snack bro, fudge cakes, and frick frack diddly dack snack pack cracker jack, which gets old fast. But you know who doesn't get old fast? Tom Holland. The man is 28, but he's looked 17 for the past 10 years. This, of course, means that Spider-Man is down with the youth and says things like big mood, yeet, and Control-Alt-Delete instead of kill, which I don't understand because I'm not a smart computer science guy like him. What's a control? Speaking of yeet, he also yeets the Hulk with his famed angry Shrek attack. Oh my god, I am losing my marvels. I know it's kind of cheating to be pulling images from like 6 years ago and saying it's cringe because of the outdated slang, but I'm sure if it was Skibbity Riz attack instead, it would be just as bad. Anyway, even if I am a bit jealous of his eternal youth witchcraft, I do feel bad for Tom because some of his fans are crazy. I am not a stalker. I am dedicated. I am not a fan. I am a Hollander. Oh, my mistake. His Hollanders are crazy. I am not obsessed. I am supportive.
Meanwhile,
Me if I ever meet Tom Holland. Hi,
I know.
I am from...
I know.
I was born in...
I know.
Unfortunately for Hollanders, according to this YouTube thumbnail, Marvel is actually erasing straight white males. This is terrible news. No wonder he got Control-Alt-Deleted. So yeah, some Marvel fans like to discuss real-world identity politics through the lens of their favorite quippy superheroes, and it ends up being really awkward. Racism ends here. Oh my god, thank you, Daddy Marvel, for finally solving racism. Turns out, all it took was filming a black person and a white person at the same time. It's genius, why didn't I think of that? Ukrainians assemble. Putin, I am inevitable, and I am Ukraine. I love you 3000, Ukraine. This just in. Russia's 3-year invasion of Ukraine has just been stomped out overnight. Experts are baffled as to the cause of this mysterious end to the war, but according to eyewitness reports, the Ukrainian Defense Force checked their Reddit feed and suddenly underwent an inexplicable revitalization, completely overwhelming their attackers. They appeared to be aided by a strapping young man in a red suit who purportedly threw a larger green man in what many are describing as an angry Shrek attack. More at 8. As is the case with many of the things in this video, it's not just the fans doing it. Marvel is guilty as well.
I learned it by watching you!
For example, Marvel wanted to create a non-binary superhero, which is fine, but then they decided to name them Snowflake, and their twin is named Safe Space? What? What were you thinking, Emmy-nominated writer Daniel Kibblesmith? Unsurprisingly, these characters got so much backlash that they never saw the light of day, which unfortunately means we also never got to see Screen Time, who is, quote, a meme-obsessed super teen whose brain became connected to the internet after becoming exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas. Daniel Kibblesmith, maybe you should go back to smithing kibble. This writing thing is not working out. This poor kid, man. Think about all the horrible things he'd be exposed to, like my YouTube channel. Actually, you don't have to think, because I'm about to show you.
Level. Cringe.
So you are the famous Peter Parker. Are you alright, kid?
Oh hey, yeah, I think so. So you are Marvel, right?
Of sorts. Tell me, kid, are you still a virgin?
If I recall correctly, this is from the scene where they're battling Thanos for the fate of the universe. Is this really a good time to be having this conversation? Maybe?
Good to hear. I'm going to take care of that little problem tomorrow. Now be a good boy for mommy and get up.
Okay, I'm up.
Time to do some heroics and save the world.
This poor soul, Tom Holland. Unfortunately, things are about to get much worse for him. Also, why are they so uncertain about everything? What do you mean, of sorts? Hey, are you colossally famous YouTube sensation William Kitten? Heh. Of sorts. Are you a virgin? Oh, that's just in. Everyone's favorite successful YouTuber William Kitten has just been found beaten to death in a hole. Before I show you this next one, here's some context. In the movies, Tony Stark serves as a sort of mentor to Peter Parker, exchanging funny quips and upgrading his suit and stuff. So it's become very common in the Marvel fandom to characterize Iron Man as like Spider-Man's quirky adoptive father. This is why we get lines like Peter Benjamin Parker and other similar stuff. With that in mind, take a look at this. The way his lips are stretched around this bottle absolutely doesn't make me think of how they look when they're closed around something else that is a part of Tony. For any children watching, they are referring to a spoonful of Tony the Tiger's Frosted Flakes.
They're great!
As you can imagine, this threw me for quite a loop. Turns out, there's another very common headcanon between the two, and I don't like it. Of course, it's not just Iron Man. They wouldn't be satisfied with that. Poor Peter Parker's been paired with every pickled pepper in the MCU, if you catch my drift. It does not matter how old, or married, or riddled with disease they may be.
Peter, is that a hickey?
No, it's a mosquito bite. Walks in, hey guys.
Oh, hi, mosquito.
Do you get it? They boinked. My brain is gone.
Reduced to atoms. Pete, your
Mosquito
is awesome.
Unfortunately, this is just what happens when the actual canonical relationships that Marvel is trying to push have less chemistry than a baking soda volcano. Lucky sod!
I wouldn't get up.
That will be all, Miss Rushman. Thank you very much.
I want one.
No.
He says this to his wife, by the way. That's just super hot. Anyway, we're in the endgame now. The Avengers endgame. I have one final meme for you. I hope it hurts you less than it hurt me.
Chris, I heard your penis pics accidentally leaked. Robert, I can explain. I didn't say it was a bad thing. Oh my god, are we about to fluorine uranium carbon potassium? Confused sexually? I actually kinda of want this, not gonna lie.
Tom trying not to get a massive erection at the sight of Robert and Chris ripping their clothes off. Me watching them about to have the best gay threesome. Remember when I said that cringe culture is dead and people can like what they want? Well, I take it back because this is ridiculous. The big problem here kinda goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The best gay threesome? Come on, this doesn't even crack the top 10. In fact, it actually ranks quite low on my gay threesome tier list.
What did it cost?
Everything.
Well, that's that. We did it. We're free from the iceberg, just like Captain America. Because he got frozen, and then he got unfrozen. God, I'm good at this. Honestly, I feel like Marvel has been getting a bad rap lately. I take a lot of cinema classes at my university, and every time a Marvel film comes up, somebody's like, "A film? You call this cinema? Bread and circuses, a tasteless distraction for the mindless masses. I only watch The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, my favorite German expressionist film and has-been hotel. This is what true entertainment looks like." And while it's true that they rely too much on being self-referential and quippy, they're very well produced and can honestly be pretty funny sometimes. That being said, I can't overlook some of the things I've seen while researching for this video. I have had to read one too many intricate fantasies about what people want to do to poor Tom Holland, and I think he needs to receive some sort of justice. For that reason, I am giving the MCU a cringe rating of guilty pleasure. Now, I hate to admit it, but what I think is mostly irrelevant. Whether or not Marvel is cringe is kind of something you have to figure out for yourself. I hope that this video helped you along on that extremely important journey of self-discovery, and if you end up disagreeing with my rating, please roast level God me in the comments. Anyway, that's it from me. I love you 3001. Yes, you specifically. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've gotta go do stuff. I'm sure there will be no issues with the leaves on this shirt and the green screen and them being the same color and the leaves disappearing. I could hardly imagine that being a problem in the future.